Hey, Rob from King Grizzly here, and today we'll talk about 6 elements of effective landing pages. I've heard it said that you can play most songs on a guitar with only a handful of chords. And it's the same thing with landing pages. There's only so many elements, and with those elements, you can build most landing pages. And so today we're going to cover 6 primary elements of effective landing pages. And those elements are value proposition, features, benefits, trust signals, common questions, clear next step. And just like chords, where you put the chords together to build a song, you can put these various elements together to build a landing page. I'm going to walk through each of these elements just to define each of the terms a bit. And then we're going to walk through an actual example of a landing page showing how these elements can be used. So first of all, value proposition. This is sort of that summary, concise statement that says, this is why you want to use my product or service. If I only had 10 seconds to talk to you in an elevator, I'd probably mention my value proposition, right? It's something succinct, something clear, and it kind of summarizes that overall value that you have to offer your audience. Features. Now, features and benefits are often used interchangeably, but the truth is they're actually distinct. Features are more like the attributes or the characteristics of your product or service. So, for example, let's say we're talking about a hiking backpack. A feature of a hiking backpack might be that the material is tear resistant, or maybe the backpack is very lightweight, or maybe the backpack comes in a whole variety of colors. Those are characteristics or attributes of the product, and we would call those features. Now, benefits are why the features matter. They're more the outcomes that the features help to generate. So using that backpack as an example, we talked about that the backpack has tear-resistant fabric. Well, what does that mean? Well, the benefit of that tear-resistant fabric is that I can go hiking and I can scramble through brush and I don't have to worry about my pack getting torn apart, right? So I can it's versatile where I take that pack. We also mentioned that that backpack is lightweight. So the benefit of that is that now maybe it's a backpacking bag where I can hike long distances because it's not so heavy. Another feature that we didn't mention could be that it's machine washable. So the benefit of that would be it's easy to clean. I can just throw it in my washing machine, right? So you can see how features and benefits are different but similar. And oftentimes they are used interchangeably, even though they are distinct in truth. Okay, so let's talk about trust signals. Every website or every landing page should have some trust signals. And these are signals that say, hey, this brand is trustworthy. You can trust what they have to say. Their product or service does what they say. It's worth checking out. Some common examples would be testimonials, reviews, maybe credentials or awards. These are usually from third parties that are vouching for your product or service. Number 5 is common questions. And this can take the format of an FAQ. It could just be the narrative of your page answers these common questions. But every person that comes to your page that's engaging with your product, with your service, there's probably some questions that they're bringing with them. They're going to have questions about, can they trust your brand? They're going to have questions about your particular product or service. How much does it cost? How long will it take? When is it available? The questions are going to depend on what you're offering, but your audience is going to bring a certain set of questions, and some of those questions are going to be common questions that are shared among your audience in general. And it's really best practice to try to answer some of those questions in a tactful way on your landing page or website. And number 6 is a clear next step. So with a landing page, generally, we're really trying to drive action. We're trying to drive signups. We're trying to drive purchases, whatever that next step is. And so we want to make it really clear for those people visiting the page what their next step can be. So just as a recap, The six elements, the sort of foundational elements of an effective landing page are value proposition, features, benefits, trust signals, common questions, and a clear next step. And I challenge you that as you create your next landing page, make sure that you include these in some form. Now you can add to these, you can mix and match, you can move them around, right? They don't have to be in this particular order. But if you include these, I think your page will be stronger. So let's do an example. So I went ahead and I crafted a King Grizzly landing page. So King Grizzly is a web design and development company. That's my company, so a little bit self-serving here. But I wanted to create a landing page using these six elements as an example. So we're going to walk through together, and I'll show you how you can use these elements to craft a landing page. All right, so here's my landing page. And I'll just scroll, give you an overview here. Now this is just a sort of a wireframe. It's not a fully designed page, but it'll serve our purposes. And we're going to walk through each of the sections, and then we're going to see if you can guess which element each of these panels is. So right up here at the top, we've got Get a Better Website. King Grizzly helps ambitious brands build and manage exceptional website experiences. Now, what do you think that is? Do you think that's the value proposition? Is that a feature? Is that a benefit? What do you think that is? Well, if you said value proposition, then you're right. That's kind of that summary, concise statement. If I only have a few seconds to talk to you, I'm going to say, hey, King Grizzly helps brands build better websites, because that kind of encapsulates everything we do, right? So now as I scroll down the page, we start getting into some of the details. So what does King Grizzly have? Well, we have a proven process, which guides you through the entire project. We have effective design. Your website won't just look good. It'll be crafted especially for your needs. And we have professional development. We have experienced developers who know how to build the right thing in the right way. So a proven process, effective design, and professional development. Do you think those are features or benefits? Are those attributes or are those outcomes? So in this case, I would call these features because a proven process, effective design, and professional development are really characteristics of our service. They're not the outcome of our service. But as I scroll down and I read through refresh your brand, grow your business, and we see some of the outcomes that our service provides. Well, number one, stop putting out fires and focus on your actual priorities. We'll help you craft and manage a well-tuned website so you can focus on growing your brand, not fixing broken plugins. So what's that saying? That's saying that, hey, if you work with us, we're going to help you build a website that works well so you can actually focus on the things you want to focus on. So that's an outcome. Serve your customers and your team well. Our custom websites are built with your customer in mind, encouraging them to engage with your products and services. Plus, your team can manage the day-to-day of the website. So this is another outcome, right? We're saying, hey, these websites that King Grizzly is helping you to build, it's going to encourage your audience to engage with your product and your service, and it's going to help your team because your team can work on it day to day. No need to wait on a developer. And finally, a website you can be proud of. Together, let's build your brand an exceptional website. This is the destination you'll be excited to share. So you're excited about this. We're going to help you be excited about this. We're going to create something you're proud of. So when you put these things together, they're sort of the outcomes of working with King Grizzly. So what I would call these is I'd call these benefits. Help put your priorities back where they need to be so you can focus on growing your brand, not just managing your website. Help your audience, engage with your product or service. Help your team manage the site day to day, and have a site that you're really proud of, something that you're excited to share with other people. These are outcomes of working with King Grizzly, right? All right, then we scroll down and we get into this panel. This is from Jason, and Jason says, King Grizzly provided the critical experience, skills, and guidance we needed to recreate our website from the ground up. Well, this is a pretty obvious one, right? This is a trust signal. So this is a testimonial from one of our clients who's vouching for us that says, hey, working with King Grizzly was a great experience. And so all those people coming to this landing page, they're going to be encouraged by Jason's testimonial. It's sending that signal that you can trust King Grizzly. Let's get your project started. Free consultation. What do you think this is? Well, if you said a clear next step, then you're absolutely correct. What this is saying is, hey, get a free consultation. Your next step is to get in touch with us. Let's get started. And lastly, this is a pretty straightforward one, but we answer some common questions. Now, every product, every service is going to have their own set of questions, but these are some of the questions that we often engage with building websites. You know, who do you partner with? Do you build only on WordPress? How long will it take? How much does it cost, right? So I went ahead and just answered some of these questions. One, it helps to educate our potential audience. Two, it helps people determine if they're a good fit to work with us, so that if they reach out, they've maybe already answered some of those questions and it saves us time. And three, it builds a little bit of trust by just saying like, hey, I understand you have some questions. Let me go ahead and answer those for you. And so those are the 6 elements put together in one landing page. So if we look at it all together, we've got our value proposition supported by features and benefits. Then we encourage people with a trust signal, give them a clear next step, and answer some common questions. And that's it. You can see that, you know, you could mix these up. You could have the benefits before the features. You could mix in features with benefits. But the important thing is that you have these 6 elements represented in some way on your landing page. And if you do that, I think it'll help you to create a strong landing page. Thanks so much for watching this video. If you liked what you saw, please subscribe to our channel. I'd also be curious if you have some suggestions for creating a great landing page. You can leave those in the comments below. And thanks again for watching.